everybody. I'm hoping you've already read or watched the videos for the first 7. I'm going to go over these last 3. Please make sure you're doing iStation for at least 60 minutes a week. Everything is due on Friday. And if you have had to make a copy, you need to make sure you click share on the part that you had to make a copy and share it with me. So our next thing is a writing activity. It's a summer list. Summer is getting closer. It's only 2 weeks away, this week and then next week. So think about what you hope to accomplish during your time off of school. Create a summer bucket list and dream big. Use this to help you organize your writing. So you're going to click on where it says this. It'll go to summer bucket list. Make a copy, which means you're going to have to share it with me because if it's your copy, I can't see anything that you've done. Okay, so we have our summer bucket list. It's the things that we want to do and accomplish this summer. What do you want to do this summer? Do you have any goals for yourself as a learner or a friend? Use this slide, the next slide, to help you brainstorm items on your summer bucket list. You can create a digital list or a written list. So if you don't want to use this, you can write your things down and then just send me a picture of it. That would be great. You can email me a picture of it, or you can use this list. So the little fist bump is goals, what you do, or the brain, I'm sorry, is what will you do to continue learning this summer. The arm is muscle goals, what will you do this summer to stay healthy. How will you support and connect with others? So what are you going to do with your friends this summer? What are you going to do for your family this summer? And how will you get outside and enjoy summer? So what are some things you want to do this summer just that are fun? Okay, so I'm going to go here, and it's already got bullets. If you click enter, it'll go to the next bullets. So one thing I want to do to continue learning this summer is I want to take college classes. I also want to, I clicked enter and it made another bullet. I also want to read at least 5 books. Okay, for goals to stay healthy, I want to work out at the boot camp if it opens back up. I want to go on walks during the evenings. And I want to cook healthy meals. Okay. Remember our heart goals, or what are you gonna do? So if quarantine continues, I want to FaceTime my mom every day. I want to go to brunch with Miss Torres. We like spending time together. I want to volunteer with the less fortunate at shelters. Okay, and then just some goals. So one of my goals is if quarantine is over and we can get out of our houses, I want to go float the Frio River. It's one of my favorite things to do. So just type in some things that you want to do, some goals of yours. When you are finished, make sure to hit share and type in Kaylee Stewart at Lubbock IC.org. Then it'll come up with my face. You can write me a message and click send so I know I got it. So that you know I got it. Purposeful editing for introductory clauses. You're going to notice, imitate, and transfer this week's rule into your own writing. Who wants to learn about clauses? So where it has the clauses part, click it. You're going to have to make a copy. It does take a minute. So it gives you this sentence. It says, read the sentence from Stone Soup. What do you notice? Record 3 things in the box. So what do you notice about this sentence? After the carrots are added, the soldiers taste the soup. So I noticed that it has a period at the end. I noticed that there's a comma. I noticed that there's a capital letter. I noticed, think of all the things you notice about this sentence, and you're going to type them here where it says I notice and then 1, 2, 3. Then it gives you a hint. It says, what do you notice about the comma? So I'm going to go back to the sentence and I'm going to think, okay, after the carrots are added, the soldiers taste the soup. I noticed that the comma is in the middle of the sentence. I noticed that one of these parts of the sentence could stand alone. One of these clauses could and one couldn't. So you're going to go to the rule. It says a dependent clause cannot stand by itself, and it tells you which one's the dependent clause. After carrots are added. So that means that it can't be a sentence by itself. If I came up to you without any context and said, after the carrots are added, would that be a complete sentence? Would you know what I was talking about? Or would you need more? You would need more. So that's a dependent clause because it cannot stand by itself. It needs the other part of the sentence. An independent clause can stand by itself. So when a complex sentence begins with a dependent clause, a comma separates the two clauses. So if it ever starts with something that can't stand by itself, there needs to be a comma. The soldiers taste the soup. That can stand by itself. We know what it means. If I just came up to you and said, the soldiers tasted the soup, it'd be random, but you would know what I was talking about. So you're going to go to the next one, and you're going to imitate the rule. So you're going to start with one of these dependent clauses that need a subordinating conjunction. So after, although, as long as, because, before, you're going to type your sentence here. So an example of this would be, go. Because you didn't eat, you got shaky and hangry. Because you didn't eat can't stand alone. Because makes it a dependent clause. So I need a comma between the dependent and the independent clause. Right here, it gives you some dependent clauses and independent clauses. You are going to sort. So which ones can stand alone, since which ones can't. Since I won the bet. Well, that can't stand alone. Since you won the bet, what happened? Because it was so hot outside, he did all my chores. Well, that can stand alone. It's a real sentence. They played in the sprinklers. So you're gonna combine your clauses and add a comma and type the sentences here. So I'm gonna type right here. There we go. Since I won the bet, comma, he did, oops, don't need a capital, he did all my chores, period. And then you're going to type in this sentence correctly. So remember to add the comma between the dependent and the independent clause. So now you're going to give it a try. You're going to look at your writing from this week. And where can you begin a sentence with an introductory clause, which are right here, and how would you add the comma to make it a correct, complete sentence? Once you get finished with that, make sure you share it with me as well. Kaylee Stewart at lubbockisd.org. Watch this video about being safe and secure at home. This is a must-do. So sometimes we have safety precautions that we have to take at school. This video will show you some safety precautions that you need to take while you're at home. So you're going to watch the video. Okay? Come on. There we go. So you're going to click and watch the video. All right. Once you get done with all that, you will be finished. You need to remember to be doing iStation, reading independently every day this week, and doing iStation at least 2 days for 30 minutes each time. If there are no more questions, have a great week. Be working on this. Do not put it off till the last minute, or Friday will not be fun for you. Have a great day. If you have any questions, just feel free to email me or comment on Google Classroom. Have a good week.